I also got another person that asked, Chia, I just bought a home this year. If the market does crash, like what everybody's been telling me, should I just sell now? And this is what I'll say. The market, there's a cycle that you guys need to understand. But since we have a little bit of time, I do want to share a screen and talk about this other topic because I've been getting you guys, Chichi fams, reaching out and saying, Chia, I don't think I should buy because the market's gonna crash. Somebody told me that the market's gonna crash and I should wait and hold on to my cash and buy a bunch of homes instead of just buying one home right now. I wanted to share something with you guys, okay? And I also got another person that asked, Chia, I just bought a home this year. If the market does crash, like what everybody's been telling me, should I just sell now? And this is what I'll say. If the market crashes, I'm not saying it is, okay? I'm just saying, let's play along with this. If it crashes this year, do you have a stable job? Are you stable? Does your partner have a stable job? Are you guys good? Like, if you guys are good, you don't plan on moving anywhere or doing any craziness, changing your livelihood and all that, then you're good. Because here's why. And this is gonna go to why I'm sharing this, and you guys can see I crossed a lot of things out because I want to protect this client. This is a seller of mine, okay? They bought their home in 2003. They bought it for $239,000. I know what you guys are thinking, but we're not talking about that in this topic. That home was cheap. They bought it for $239,000 in 2003, okay? Towards the end of 2003. That's December right there, okay? When the market crashed in 07, 08, I remember this family telling me that, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? This property, they did a bunch of refis. Because when they bought this home, believe it or not, they bought it with adjustable mortgage rate, ARM, okay? Because it was cheap get it in. I think their interest rate at that time was like 7%. And then when the market tanked, it went to 11% because they had adjustable rate. So they refied out. And I remember when I met up with the seller, they told me this story. And I was like, y'all bought in 03? Y'all survived the market crash in 08. Because they kept on to it. I remember I went over to the house and I was like, I think I could sell your home for 280. I think I quoted them 260 or 270. And they're like, no, you can't sell our home for that much, Chia. We bought it for 239. And when the market crashed, I don't think we're around that time yet. I think if you're lucky, we'll break even. We'll get 230. And I was like, let's put it on the market for 260. And I ended up helping them sell it for 280 in 2017. This is a couple years ago, okay? So why am I showing this to you guys? I'm not showing this to brag, but I'm showing you guys to say history repeats itself. The market, there's a cycle that you guys need to understand. And that cycle always repeats itself. They say that it normally takes about a little bit over a decade for that whole cycle to repeat itself. And look at this, 2003, 08 crash. You think that took 10 years? It took like 9 years. It took 9 years, and then now they actually made a little bit more than what they put into it. So if you are buying a home today, or if you already bought a home this year or last year or the last couple of years, and you think a market is gonna crash, as long as you hold on to it for like a good decade, like this person, this couple, this family did, you'll be good. You will survive this wave. And if this home that you bought these past couple years was not the home you wanted, it was just a home to ride the waves of this crazy economy right now, then you could sell and maybe still come back on top and have enough to put down as a down payment and buy your dream home that you've always wanted. Just like this family did right here. And this is just one of many that, I speak to and help that went through this and understood that because they held on to it, it worked out. Yeah, you're gonna hear a lot of news media say the crash is coming, sell now, or you're gonna regret or whatever. They're trying to scaremonger you. They're just trying to put fear into you so that way you could keep the economy flowing, because the economy moves when you spend. When you stop spending, when you stop selling, anything like that, then the economy doesn't really do so well, but it'll survive. We've survived for the past 2,000 plus years. We will be fine, okay? Again, I'm not saying a market crash is gonna happen this year. What I am saying though is that if you guys are contemplating buying or selling. Don't let what you guys are hearing from gurus or the news media tell you. Look at data. Look at actual data. One of these days I'll show the data again from 2007, 2008, the actual crash. I'll go over that again with you guys so that way you guys can fully understand how the market was like during that time. Because right now, again, there is not a lot of inventory at all. There's no inventory at all, y'all. We got 2.1 month worth of inventory. That is not enough inventory to be able to support the demand today. Even though demand is a lot lower than what we've seen in the past year or so, there is still demand. There is also a lot less inventory right now. So if you could afford to buy a home and just stick it through until the market corrects itself and ride this wave and provide stability for you and your family, then you should definitely consult with somebody and see if that's something you should do.
I feel like it's important to remember why all of that happened in 2007, 2008, and then also do lots of history, get historical data. What were the interest rates in the 80s? Wasn't it like
my gosh,
Spain,
12, like 15, something like that? Yeah, 17.
Something crazy, right? Like really have an idea. Like, everybody's like, oh my God, these interest rates are so high now. This is crazy. No, they were way higher than that before. Like you really you do all the historical data, especially young people that are just getting into this. Really look at what was really going on and really see how it was and know that houses are an investment. If you're buying to just buy really quick, that's fine, but it's definitely something that you need to do your research on for sure.
Always. Again, the best way to do that is to consult like a local expert that you want to work with that has a heart of a teacher, and just ask them a lot of questions and then go from there, But really, the ultimate question you should be asking yourself is, can I afford this budget? Can I do that? Do I want stability? Because if you go and rent a home right now, are you going to be able to find stability? Because there's a lot of first-time landlords right now too. And a lot of those landlords don't know what's going on too. And they're scared because of what happened in COVID and tenants wasn't paying. So that's why right now you got to make 3x the amount of the rent. Most of the time people gotta get a co-signer to even qualify for that, and then they're not refunding your application fees back now too. So landlords are doing that again because they already paid the price during 2020 during COVID. A lot of them let their homes go because a lot of tenants were taking advantage of that situation and not paying landlords, and landlords still had to make a mortgage. And some of those landlords decided, what, this is not for me. I'm jaded now. I'm never buying an investment property again. And then some tenants are like, man, I'm jaded now. I'm never gonna rent again. I'm gonna go buy my own home. That's what happened. So consult with the local expert again that you trust, and then from there, just get educated, get informed and about the whole situation, about the market, and then just go from there.
And if you're gonna rent, remember that the landlord or the property management company is going to do a bunch of research on you, but do some research on them. Ask them questions. If they're not willing to answer the questions, then maybe you shouldn't rent from them, right? Ask them how long they've owned the home. Ask them a few questions because they're asking all kinds of stuff about you to know about your history, but it's good for you to know what kind of homeowner you have.
No, that's good. All right. And with that, we're probably going to end the show. Comment down below what your thoughts are. How do you think the market's going to hold up this year? Do you really think the market's going to crash? What do you think is going to happen this year? Yeah, we would like to hear some of that and talk more about that and engage more with you guys on that. But other than that, we will let you guys go. Later, everybody. Have a good night. Chi fams.